Princess Leonor chooses love over duty. Reactions explode. Imagine the grand halls of Spain's royal palace, where tradition, duty, and centuries of legacy are expected to weigh heavier than the beating of a young woman's heart. Now picture this: Princess Leonor, heir to the Spanish throne, standing at the crossroads of history, and instead of following the path carved out by kings and queens before her, she takes a step towards something far more dangerous, far more human. Love. But here's the twist. Royals are not supposed to choose love when it threatens the throne. They are supposed to choose the crown. And yet, did Leonor just rewrite the very meaning of monarchy in a single decision? What if the future Queen of Spain has decided that her heart is more powerful than her crown? What if she has chosen love over duty? And why has this set off a storm of reactions, not only in Spain but across Europe? This is not just a love story. It is a collision between tradition and rebellion, between centuries of royal protocol and the raw, unshakable desire of one young woman to be true to herself. Let's dive deeper. From the very moment Princess Leonor turned 18, Spain, and the entire world, watched her every move. Her swearing of allegiance to the Constitution was not just symbolic. It cemented her as the future queen, a figure who must embody duty, responsibility, and sacrifice. For many Spaniards, she was not just Leonor. She was an institution, a bridge between the monarchy's survival and its possible collapse. And yet, behind palace walls, Leonor was just a young woman coming of age. Studying, dreaming, laughing, falling in love. Here lies the heart of the controversy. Reports began to circulate that Leonor's romantic choices did not align with what the crown, or the Spanish elite, expected. Unlike past arranged marriages or carefully orchestrated alliances, Leonor's heart led her elsewhere. Not to a royal prince of Europe. Not to a polished nobleman with centuries of lineage. But to someone who represented love in its purest form, without crown or title. The reactions were immediate. Some praised her bravery. Others condemned her recklessness. Could a future queen afford to prioritize her heart when millions depended on her image of discipline? The Spanish press exploded. Headlines screamed, "Leonor defies tradition." Others asked, "Will love cost Spain its monarchy?" But pause for a moment. Let's ask the deeper question: is it truly reckless for a monarch to choose love? Or is it exactly what the modern monarchy needs to survive in a world where people demand authenticity, not cold tradition? History gives us examples. King Edward VIII of Britain abandoned his throne for Wallis Simpson. His choice of love over duty altered the course of the entire Windsor dynasty. Queen Letizia, Leonor's own mother, faced relentless criticism as a commoner when she married King Felipe. Yet today, she is one of the most admired queens in Europe. Could Leonor be walking the same path, knowing full well that history punishes some but redeems others? Every move she makes now ripples across Spain's political landscape. Supporters of the monarchy argue that Leonor must embody stability. Critics of the monarchy seize on her love story as proof that the institution is outdated, fragile, and unsustainable. And caught in between is a 19-year-old princess, expected to carry centuries of legacy on her shoulders, while also yearning to live, to love, to be human. The love story itself remains guarded, almost wrapped in secrecy. Whispers hint at stolen moments away from cameras. Letters passed in confidence. Glances that reveal more than speeches ever could. But even secrecy fuels speculation. And speculation fuels division. The Spanish royal family is no stranger to scrutiny. Every gesture, every word, every appearance is analyzed. But Leonor's choice hits at the monarchy's core. If she chooses love and insists on her partner, will the Spanish people embrace her, seeing her as one of their own, closer to their struggles and desires? Or will they view her as reckless, endangering the crown itself? In Spain's bustling plazas, debates rage. Older generations call for duty above all else. Younger generations cheer for her right to choose her path. Across Europe, the question lingers: should royals remain symbols, or should they finally become human? Consider the tension within her family. King Felipe, who has spent his reign rebuilding the monarchy's reputation after scandals, knows the stakes. For him, Leonor is not just a daughter. She is the guarantee of the crown's survival. Queen Letizia, once an outsider herself, may secretly understand her daughter's struggle more than anyone else. Imagine those private conversations between mother and daughter. The whispers of encouragement, or perhaps warnings of caution. And then there is Infanta Sofia, Leonor's younger sister. How does she see this? As loyalty? As betrayal? Or perhaps as inspiration? The palace has remained silent, at least publicly. Silence, in royal language, often says more than words. But silence also leaves room for speculation. Is the palace preparing to announce an engagement that will shock Europe? Or are they quietly maneuvering, trying to convince Leonor that love must wait until duty is secured? Every day without clarity deepens the storm. Social media roars with hashtags, videos, theories, and passionate defenses. Supporters hail Leonor as a heroine of modern love. Critics say she is a dangerous rebel. And both sides believe they are right. But what if the truth is even more complex? What if Leonor has not fully chosen yet, but is deliberately keeping both doors open, testing the boundaries of love and monarchy alike? If so, she is playing one of the most delicate games in royal history. This story is more than gossip. It is about the survival of an institution. About how much freedom a future queen can truly have. About whether the weight of a crown can coexist with the lightness of love. The question remains, if faced with an ultimatum, love or duty, what will Leonor choose? And perhaps more importantly, what should she choose? To some, duty is non-negotiable. A queen is not an individual but a symbol. To others, love is the only path to authenticity. A queen who sacrifices love becomes a statue, admired from afar but disconnected from her people. The storm has only just begun. As Leonor continues her studies, her public appearances, and her hidden private life, every choice she makes brings Spain closer to an answer. Will she be remembered as the queen who broke tradition to live for herself? Or the queen who sacrificed everything for the survival of the monarchy? And perhaps the biggest twist of all, what if choosing love over duty does not destroy the monarchy, but saves it? What if by being human, Leonor becomes the most relatable queen Spain has ever seen? What if the people, weary of cold formality, rally around a queen who shows them that even royalty bleeds, loves, and dares? The world waits. Spain waits. Europe waits. Because this is no longer just about Leonor. It is about the future of monarchy itself. And when the moment comes, when Leonor finally chooses, her decision will echo through history. Love or duty? Heart or crown? And whichever she chooses, the reactions, explosive, emotional, unending, will shape the destiny of Spain.